that.
It says 25 seconds in.
Oh, flag shot. So it's live, one waiting, some waiting, I guess. Heard that.
Hold on. Something's picking up.
Yeah.
I hear a sound on it.
Yeah, okay.
Hold on.
It could just be me.
Can you hear me now?
It's behind.
Okay, yeah, I hear it. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, mics are working.
It's about right
Would you like a beer?
Yeah.
Will you give us a USMNT opinion?
Give it what now?
An opinion. You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to.
Okay.
All right, we'll get somebody. But you can have a beer anyway.
The mics are working.
Really?
Like, oh, it's good.
Do another test.
It says it's been removed by the uploader.
Hold on, yours is working.
Ah,
But I could be on old one.
you got the orange one?
Hey, I'm telling you, bro, it's crazy, bro. It really is.
Okay.
The world is small.
Yeah, it's an old one. I'm getting some audio.
Test. I'm definitely getting your mic. Okay, I'm in.
All right, we got it. We figured it out.
This mic's kind of hot. The audio's not good.
It's too hot.
The audio's not good.
It's too hot.
Listen to this. All the feedback.
Yeah, that's not good. Make sure all the connections are right. Still sounding like that? Is this can you see what it sounds like? Maybe it's just the fact that you're using your phone right next to it.
Possible. Hold on. I don't think so, though, to be honest with you. Hold on.
What do you say?
I said I don't think so, but hold on. Let me see.
A lot of background.
Hello.
Yeah, just turn your take the YouTube video off your phone. Vince.
All right. Hold on, test. And Bells is the final check. Are you listening? Bells, put it up to your ear. Put it. Hello. Test. 1, 2, 3. We're good?
It sounds. I mean, it's not great audio, but there's a lot of noise around here, so
Fair enough.
it's all right. You want to introduce us, or you want me to?
I can introduce us. Welcome to anybody listening. Listening. No, we are out of the Stone Age. Watching.
It's just
Anybody watching this live right now, it's the Scuffed Podcast here on location in Nashville, USMNT, Switzerland, 7 p.m. Central Time. I'm assuming it's on TNT, HBO Max, whatever, Peacock, for the people that like to hear Andres Cantor. Anyway,
I like the way you say peacock.
are we about to get smacked? I don't know. I got Adam Bells here with me. I'm Vince. Adam, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling great, man. It's gonna be a good night.
Hold on, let me go ahead and tweet this thing out. Have you done anything with this link?
No, I haven't.
Okay. All socials.
I was imagining that we were gonna have to have like people guarding the camera. Would there be too much of a crowd around?
Unfortunately,
No crowd around here. Story of my life. Expecting a crowd, no crowd.
not all the time, which is why this particular crowd is quite interesting. Adam Bells. Of course, we knew about
Hold that mic up closer. Get it close.
Of course, we know about the apathy that seems to exist online with regards to the USMNT fan base, how they're feeling right now, how exuberant they are. Bells, I think we're seeing some actual physical evidence to this.
Yeah. There's a fan fest going on over there.
Grab me that beer over there.
Yeah. Fan fest going on over there, and there's this parking lot's not as full as it was for the Ghana friendly.
For the Ghana friendly, nope. And Ghana was not a very heavily attended match.
No.
Under 20K for sure. Nashville Stadium fits 30,000, I want to say. Definitely a solid under 20. It had to be under 20. We had a great time in the outlaw section or adjacent or whatever. And it felt fun. Like the noise tends to bounce around in stadia. But as far as raw attendance numbers, it wasn't there. And this was looking like it's
Which
there's
no denying it. But I gotta say, you were there too. Maybe you weren't there with me, but you were there too.
What's up?
Getting in on the ground floor when things were their darkest with the U.S. men's national team.
Of course.
That's when a lot of us piled in.
I mean,
including you, including me, and look, I'm not worried about it. There's probably not going to be a good crowd here tonight, but what I saw Saturday was encouraging, and I think we're more or less on the right track, and I think it's going to be a good performance tonight. Are we going to win? I don't know. Are we going to win? I don't know. But I think we'll put in a good showing. I do.
I'm excited to see. I'm not putting out anything. No, I don't know, prognostications from me, but I'm excited to see what's going on. I need to see the lineup.
Do you see the parallels though between now and 2018? I mean, it's a little more dramatic back then.
I missed all the drama though. That's the thing.
All right.
I came in at the beginning of the club season, and then, Schalke in the Champions League last season, 2018, and yeah, I missed the whole Kuva thing. I was aware of Kuva, but I did not shed a single tear. Did not feel sad.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep that night till
I can imagine. I wouldn't be able to either, bro. If I was at this level back then.
Yeah.
So this is why it's all new to me. It's all new to me, bro.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get Harrison. Harrison, can you come say something for us? Let's get a couple people in here.
What do you got? What are they looking like here?
We got Harrison Foxworth here from Southern Mississippi. Great friend of the pod. How you doing, man?
Doing well. How we doing?
My boy Harrison. Feeling great, man. How you feel about the match?
Yeah, give us an opinion.
Yeah, I feel like, a little disappointed Tyler's not playing, if I'm honest. And I feel like I mean, we're obviously missing a few marquee guys, and I'm not so sure if I want to see Johnny out there again. But such is life.
Does there a part of you that wants to give him another chance, or are you through?
For sure. I mean, I think we don't really have any other option.
We don't. Well, tonight we don't.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
But I mean, I agree with. I think you're saying this on the recap. Like before the big mistake he made, he was really good.
He was cooking, bro. He was cooking.
Around, like right at the border of the defensive third and the middle third, he made this one turn, and it just fired me up. And that's what he's capable of, right? It's like,
right.
You have to think that in general. I mean, lest we forget, he's what, 22, 23?
Is that how? Right. Is he still 22? Yeah.
He's younger.
Yeah, he's young.
I'm willing to bet 23. Let me see. Foot mob.
Anyway, he's young.
Great search.
In general, he's young.
And it's gonna fact check it.
And you have to think you'd rather play guys like that through a mistake or two. I mean, like we did. I feel like we did that with Chris Richards as well.
Of course.
We played him young, and you just kind of gotta let it ride.
How about 3 mistakes? How about 3 goal giving up
so
mistakes?
It's so bad.
It's tough, and they're just very nasty mistakes. But like the type of which, like, I mean, think of like your most slated USMNT call up. They don't have 3 of those mistakes.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like, Jackson Ewell does not have 3 of those mistakes. Will Trapp does not have 3 of those mistakes.
Jackson Ewell or Will Trapp made that mistake, he would have been castrated in the square.
Bro, come on.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be a professional soccer. He would have to. He would have to be in USL at least.
That's right. Yeah, the square of Twitter, if nothing else. But yeah, I think.
So you missed Tyler tonight.
For sure.
Unfortunate injury. Unfortunate turn of events.
For sure. I'd like to see Tolkien. I'm pretty high on Tolkien, I'd say.
Tolkien Hive.
Political views, flat earther aside.
No, I mean not that part. Not that part.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he's the 2 back. He's LB2 for lack of a better term.
It would be dope to see him. It would definitely be dope to see him. Okay, so I'm on the live chat on YouTube. There's some people asking. Well, there's one person asking questions. Let me see what's going on. Are you reading comments? Those with the Reina jersey?
Yes,
Question mark.
yes, sir.
LOL.
Yes, sir.
Well, Giovanni, man.
I still believe. I believe.
I mean, of course, right? What's he gonna do? That's a
Giovanni?
question.
That is a good question.
Where would you, if in a perfect world, where would you send him?
It's not where he's going. It's what's he gonna do in his heart,
Right.
or in his body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. His body's been pretty good for a little while now, though.
No, but it's
It's debatable, though. Debatable.
Okay.
Debatable.
So since the World Cup,
He's been available to play.
ish.
right?
Yeah.
For the most.
What does that mean? What does that mean, though? I don't know. You watch him start a game, and it's just like we don't seem capable of starting.
We can go to a semifinal of the World Cup with peak Giovanni.
I could not.
Without him, I don't know. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like the fact that we did not get to stack Gio on top of everything else, and I feel like there's one other person. I mean, kind of Malik, but yeah, everybody's like, oh, we overhyped this generation, but it's like Gio was like the cherry on top to where it was like, okay, like we're really gonna do something.
In a way, kind of the cornerstone.
Because
a luxury player,
he was, a luxury player, whatever, bro. But he was gonna be the type of dude that could like take a tournament over, like Hamed style.
That's what I was about to say. I feel like when you look at these guys who have these wonder tournaments, for lack of a better terms, more or less every time it's a 10, right?
Yep.
And I mean, Gio's.
I think she wants to. No, go ahead.
But more often than not, it's a 10. And for us, in my opinion, all Gio has to do is be in form and healthy for 6 weeks next summer. And if he is, then the sky's the limit. But
yeah, if we can get 65 minutes from him in 4 matches, I mean that's
before the World Cup, bro. I mean, he started the match right before the World Cup and went like, I don't know if he went 90, but he went in the 60s, I want to say, something like that. So it was like, that's what was a big part of the drama was.
I was talking about this with Drew earlier, and I felt like this since the World Cup. Like, we kind of harped on the fact, I feel like, for a while that we didn't rotate enough at the World Cup. Like by the time we got to the Netherlands game, everybody's pretty run down.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But I feel like between our four main midfielders, so if you have Adams, Musa, Reina, McKinney, you just rotate. Everybody gets a game off, in the group stage. Especially because at the World Cup, we're going to be a pot 1 team. It's an expanded World Cup, so the bottom teams are going to be worse. So I feel like you've got more room to do that kind of thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
let's see if this lady wants to come on.
She said no. You don't even got to be on camera. You just give her the mic.
Yeah.
You want to talk? Just talk into the mic without being on video. We just need a good men's national team opinion from you.
You got opinions?
Oh our opinions? Really? Okay.
I'm like a super fan.
Oh, hey.
Oh, they get on the pod. Come on, baby. What are you doing?
Yeah, go see who you can grab. We got Aiden working on grabbing people. Let's see, Drew.
Jersey over there.
What's that?
Probably to go.
Hey, you guys want a beer?
No jersey. No kid.
Sit down, Drew.
I'll do.
Drew Koenig,
That's right.
Nashville native.
Exactly.
Just went to Italy with us.
That's right.
It's true. Italy career.
Badge of honor.
First of all, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Koenig Pilsner, for sponsoring this podcast. Knock dem Bryn Heights.
As I said earlier.
Bond 1516. So it's good.
Germany Schmermany.
That's right.
So what's your opinion? What do you got?
My take is not full baked, but I think that Johnny's kind of running out of time to integrate before the 2026 World Cup. I think that we're running out of opportunities. Like last kind of miss last week was bad for him. Like Malik's kind of showing kind of positively, but Johnny just seems like, do we have time to integrate him into the system? Like, is he going to be a key player for us in 2026? And if not, then it's a shame.
Of course, we're asking this question now because the vibes are down about Johnny. But I'll say this: I don't know what my perspective is on the people skipping this tournament thing. But I'll say this: Johnny intentionally has delayed his transfer to Atletico Madrid in order to be here. And of course, it's a big opportunity, right? We're gonna get 6 more games after today.
That's true.
In theory, at least 4.
But
so
it sounds like a lot, but to start game 1 of the World Cup, like you have 4 games to show your worth. Like this, it's not a lot. Like we're running out of time. Like hopefully tonight would be great. Like let's see something tonight. That's kind of
my feeling about whether we're running out of time is that it all has to do with Poch. Like how does he personally feel about Johnny determines everything.
Yeah.
And we don't know, and he's never going to tell us.
Yeah, we've never seen it. Like we've never seen it. We've seen it a little bit from a leak at least, but I mean last week basically. But
well, this is what's going to help him though when Tyler inevitably has to be sent home from camp. I'm sorry, but you know how this goes. First they say they're out of game, and then all of a sudden Tyler's missing an entire Gold Cup, and all of a sudden Johnny's going to just see this pathway just open up. But anyway,
if Johnny gets to play 10 games with the national team, he's gonna show himself to be a decent player. I feel
you know what? This is a key thing from continuing to cover women's soccer. Emma Hayes, very well-researched, smart lady, said her research has showed it takes I forgot the number of caps, but she's talking 10, 15 caps for somebody to really get integrated and feel comfortable and be performing with their best self at the national team. And I think maybe that effect is a little bit more exacerbated here at this level because our men's players aren't at the level at the women's play,
relative to the competition.
Relative to the competition. You see some of these women's players come in 2 caps and they're like, going absolutely crazy. You know, the whole entire.
I mean, Liliana's debut was nasty.
The teams are much better. Who you're playing with is much better. All that different type of stuff. So I imagine all those factors play a part, and there's probably a little bit more degree of difficulty here than other teams, other good teams or whatever. So you gotta give people time. Weston didn't hit it right away. Weston definitely did not hit it right away with the national team.
I mean, didn't he score in his debut against Portugal?
But as far as we talking about performances,
run and play.
We talking about performances.
Fair enough.
But you know, failing to track someone looks a lot better than giving the ball away in your own third. Yeah, let's go. Thank you, Drew.
Bro, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you guys?
What's up, man? Vince. Tony, nice to meet you, man.
I'm Bells. Vince.
Yes.
What do you got? You got any USMNT opinions you got to get off your chest?
I mean, obviously, love the team. I think that we're in a bit of a lull right now, and it's kind of frustrating. We've had the most talent we've ever had, and not getting the results that we want. I definitely have a lot of opinions on stylistically and so on and so forth. I thought the change of Berhalter was the right move. I thought that BJ Callahan had the team playing the best we've ever played.
What a hero he is.
He's fantastic. Actually, a good friend of mine. And
seriously?
Yeah, I've known BJ since he was the assistant coach at Villanova. And
let's go.
He had the team play, I think, what American soccer should look like, which is a physical, direct, a bit simple out of the back. Ante Robinson not in possession, just defend, and then find the balls to our, find the ball to our most athletic and dynamic players. Keep the team way up, high and wide, and let us run. I mean, we're faster, more athletic than most countries. We're not as technical and tactical as most, so let's play to our advantage.
Yeah.
Let's be big, athletic in the back. Let's be somewhat direct, be great on set pieces, and take games over with our physicality and athleticism, not try to play to other teams' strengths.
Okay. That's well said.
That's correct, man. I mean, bro, you think about what started that second goal sequence for Turkey. I was back watching some of the stuff today, and it was like I think it was Demiral, one of their center backs, just absolutely dominating somebody in the air and winning a strong header, bro. Like sometimes it's a 50-50, might hit off both heads, it trickles off softly or whatever. Bro, got up in the air, smacked it, and it was like an outlet pass. It started their whole fast break, like came to Guler, he did his tricks or whatever, then got it out, but it's like
big athletic plays matter a lot.
Big athletic plays matter a lot, man, and it's like we would be great.
To your point, I interviewed Walker Zimmerman late yesterday, and in preparation for the interview, I watched the last 15 minutes of that win over Iran at the World Cup. If you may remember, he came on as a sub for in the 82nd minute to close out that game, and we went to 3 center backs, and bro, he headed like 20 balls out of the box in the last 10 minutes, and did it with absolute authority. Like, it was almost inspiring to watch.
And I think you're absolutely right.
That stuff matters,
Right now we have too many good players, right? Not enough guys that are willing to do whatever it takes to win. And you kind of hear this whole Land Donovan, giving a lot of backlash to some guys, particularly Christian, about taking a break. But I think that what we're lacking a little bit on national team now is we have too many piano players and not piano movers. Right? Guys that want to be pretty on the ball, and not enough guys that want to just go in and get stuck on tackle. And I think that ultimately is what wins games at the national level, especially because they don't train year round. These clubs, right, have 10 months to work with guys, and we have a month, 3 weeks of preseason camp before we're going to play. If we're going to have success, we need guys that are just going to be grinding, willing to do the little things. Who's willing to run into the post and break their jaw, and prevent a goal from going back in the net? Not the guy who needs to be 5 players at once.
And someone who has made that change in recent years that I've noticed, like, he's my boy. Everyone knows this, as any of our listeners that are watching or whatever. But like Weston McKennie, he thinks he really thinks he's like Pirlo now, bro. You see how he like moves around the pitch, like
He's seen that picture. He's seen that mashup picture of himself with Pirlo's face.
Right. I clipped that Mexico game a while back, right? I went and rewatched Mexico and Cincy, the World Cup qualifier. What I think is still our best performance of this generation.
2-0
but like,
win in Cincinnati 2021.
bro, Weston was like a different dude, but it was like not a different dude, but you can tell he's just more locked into the little things, right?
Back then he was?
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Second balls.
Okay, I'm trying to be good vibes around here, and then we're just.
Oh no! I think our national team. I think this is good for us. I think we're finally realizing we're not quite as good as we think we are, and now we got to adjust. We'll have plenty of time to do it.
It won't be hard to do.
What are the differences between like the best teams in the world and where we're at right now? Like here they say like, all right, the best team in the world is 100%. What's our grade?
So the thing that comes to mind to that question is the Copa America final between Colombia and Argentina. I don't know if you watched that game, but that was we've talked about it on the podcast. That game was just an absolute war. Like everybody giving everything into extra time, right? Like I'm talking, like people you don't think of as piano movers, like Angel Di Maria, you know, or like even Lionel Messi wasn't. He's a little different, but everybody else on Argentina, a bunch of like the best players in the world, they were dying out there to win this cup final. Just 2 years after they won the World Cup, you know, to me that's the difference. Like I watched that game and I was like, if the U.S. was in this game, we'd be down 4-0 by the 55th minute. You know?
And Colombia gave us like a taste of that in the friendly, and it was like not even on the pitch.
And we would just fall apart. It's so like I don't know how you fix that, man.
What you're saying. That we're missing, and I remember watching, World Cup 2002, getting up early, on the East Coast, watching us play against Germany, and like watching those guys really fight like hell, and be completely outmatched.
Yeah.
Just battle and deserve to win the game.
Right? They were fueled by 9/11.
Dude, whatever you want to call it, man. We can just see it, and I'll let someone else come in and join.
Well, hold on. I got a question for you though.
Yeah, I got a question for you too.
I need your best BJ Callahan story. Do you have one?
Oh man. So I worked a lot of overnight soccer camps with BJ. We became friends. I mean, he's hilarious. He's a great guy, and honestly, when he decided to leave college coaching and get into the professional ranks, I never knew like what that would unfold for him, and it's unbelievable to see what he's doing. And again, look at U.S. soccer in the last 10 years, the best soccer we've ever played was under BJ Callahan, and I would have loved to see BJ, take over the program. Not to say Podge is not a good coach; like he's a great guy. He obviously has a resume, but I think BJ understands what U.S. soccer is, what it should be, and how we win with maybe not, $100 million players.
Where are you coming from? You don't live in Nashville.
No, well, I live about an hour outside Nashville now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I work at a university called Sewanee. I coach the men's soccer team there.
Oh, really? I went to a college that used to play, maybe still does play against Sewanee, Covenant College.
Oh, yeah, of course. We play Covenant every year.
Yeah.
Sick.
Very nice. So, yeah, I live in Chattanooga, so...
All right, man. I live in Chattanooga too. Yeah, just outside.
I used to live downtown, but now I live in Sewanee. I live in our campus.
But you grew up in
Philadelphia.
Okay.
Outside Philadelphia.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Hold on.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Hold on. I think we have a lineup.
All right, let's hear the lineup.
Oh, here we go.
Thanks for doing it.
Absolutely.
Thanks, man.
Either you guys want to do this?
Any friends? You can throw them
You
on,
don't
bro.
want to follow Tony, do you?
I don't.
Nah, come on, bro.
No, you gotta
bro.
come on. You gotta come on.
All right, here we go. Lineup.
All right, let me hear the lineup real quick. You can react with us.
Matt Turner in goal. Let me see. We got a back line of. All right, Nathan Harriel, Walker Zimmerman, Mark McKenzie, and Max Arston.
No Tolkien still.
No Token still. Sebastian Berhalter, Johnny Cardoso, and Paxton Aronson. And then we got Brian White, Quinn Sullivan, Brendan Aronson.
Interesting lineup for the send-off game.
That's an interesting lineup. We'll see.
It's a fair lineup. He's giving everybody a chance to play.
I'm pretty sure. So Brendan's 10, I think, just based on how Podge has played him so far. Brendan's a 10, I want to say. Pax. Okay, this is the question. Do you want Pax on the right, playing that McGlynn role, or do we want Quinn Sullivan played right when he came on yesterday? When he came on against Turkey, I think Quinn Sullivan was on the right, Paxton on the left.
I think so too.
Brian White up top. So, how you feel about the lineup, bro?
I like that. Yeah, I think you said it well. It's giving everyone a chance, right? Before you going off to the Gold Cup, you just want to see who blends together, who meshes well, and kind of plug away at it.
Before we get into all that, what's your name?
My name is Nick.
Nick. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are you from, Nick?
Originally, I'm from Washington State. I coach at Sewanee with.
Okay, so you're one of the soccer coaches.
Yeah,
there. Okay.
I'm the assistant women's soccer coach.
All right.
Nice.
So tell me about just the grind of being a. And so where's Sewanee play? NIA?
We're Division 3.
Division 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, tell me the grind about being a Division 3 assistant soccer coach.
Man, we wear a lot of different hats for sure.
I can only imagine.
The thing about the NCAA is your season's only 3 months in a year, so you're only really coaching for about 3 months.
Yeah.
The rest of the time you're out recruiting, you're out scouting, watching a lot of film, stuff like that. So it's definitely a grind. Like in the winter when your season's just done and you're going to showcases and watching 50 games over a weekend and trying to get feedback for like 80 players and that's definitely a big part of the job that a lot of coaches don't really realize until they get into the NCAA arena.
Okay, so what do you think of the youth soccer landscape? It's something I'm not totally familiar with. I do want to go out and just go to a couple showcases. Like that's the type of I grew up a basketball guy, and just going to AAU tournaments. It's always a great time. Get to watch ball. The energy in the gym's always amazing. I imagine maybe it's kind of similar to showcase, but what is your take on just American youth soccer as a whole?
Yeah. Cool, man. Lots to unpack there.
Yeah.
So actually, before this job, I was a director of a youth soccer club up near Chicago. So,
sick.
Definitely have a little bit of experience with that, and it's changed a lot, even since I was a kid, which wasn't too long ago. But there's nowadays it's just the disappointing thing is a lot of it is just this pay to play where clubs are getting bigger, and so the small non-profit clubs that are just trying to have a good experience for the kids and develop them as much as they can. They've kind of gotten away from that, and it's big clubs now going to big showcases, which makes it good for the NCAA, I suppose, and big time soccer, but it is a little bit disappointing for the smaller clubs in the country that really struggle nowadays to even form teams, especially at the older age groups. And
I feel it.
Man, I'll tell you what too. I don't think this is just a soccer thing, but just the way that youth sports in America is going. Coaches are demanding that their kids only play this sport from the age of 10 or 11. And,
you see that issue?
They're only practicing 3 or 4 days a week. And, so that too. It's these kids before they get into high school, they're already worried about playing at the highest level they can and training all this time. I think there needs to be.
Do you think it's necessary or no?
I don't. I think multiple sport athletes they.
People say about the the growth curve as far as if you don't start early, you won't be able to be technical enough to whatever. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, there's some truth to it, but I also think that being a better athlete, if you're a multi-sport athlete, you're using muscles that you don't normally use, and you're building different things, different skills that you wouldn't normally have. For me, I grew up playing baseball, and
as a goalkeeper when I was in soccer, I could high point a ball a lot better than other kids because I knew how to catch a fly ball.
The Matt Turner path.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I think those things are important. We kind of lose out on them when we demand that kids are training 4 days a week in just one sport.
Yeah. Fair enough. Well, back to the national team.
Yeah.
I don't know. How do you feel about things in general right now?
Yeah.
Do you follow? What's your level?
Give us a 30-second State of the Union.
I'll be honest. I don't follow them as closely as I should or as I would like to. I definitely used to follow them back in the day a lot more. But with Poch in there, and I think it's an exciting time. I think there's a lot of youth players that are coming up, through the system, and there's definitely a lot of talent and ability. And I think
definitely.
That's an exciting prospect, but putting it all together and finding all the right pieces at the right time, that's the hardest part, right? So I think it's just a question of if we can do that, and especially for next year in the 26 World Cup.
That is the question. So what do you know about the player pool? Like, do you believe in the talent that we have, or no? Do you feel like they're overrated?
I do believe in the talent. I think we are good enough. I don't know what your expectations are as a U.S. soccer fan, but I definitely think we're, especially in a tournament like the World Cup, and you're hosting, you're playing in front of your home country. Like, I think people are definitely, you definitely have that advantage, and you can make a deeper run than you normally would. And I think we have the talent to do it, and we're going to have the advantage of doing it here in the U.S.
Yeah. I think ultimately that's what that's going to come down to, man. I know we're in a low right now, but it hasn't been that long of a low. Of course, the Copa America was a disaster. Of course, losing the CONCACAF Nations League for the first time ever is a disaster. But I think we can quite easily turn this thing back around. I mean, you just think back to that World Cup performance, realizing that we were the youngest team in it, and the fact that we did what the U.S. men's national team always does, and we got all these guys coming back. There's no way we're worse than that level. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing that keeps bringing me back.
Yeah.
It's like there's just no way we're worse than that team in 2022 when we have the same exact pieces.
Yeah.
So ultimately, that's what's going to keep me afloat.
We're going to have, like I said, we're going to have the advantage of playing in the U.S., having that. I think there's kind of pressure to it as well that typically drives teams well. I mean, you could also crash out with that pressure, but usually for the most part, those teams take that pressure.
I think they're going to be very excited to play in front of a real home crowd.
Yeah. That'll be super exciting.
Let's get Sanjay up here. Sanjay, come here. Thanks for doing it.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it, man. Hey, man, keep going. You're doing.
Go Suwannee.
Keep grinding, baby. Yeah, that's right.
Except, 2 times a season. Sanjay, how are you?
My boy. What's good, man? For those of you that don't know, Sanjay Sujata Kumar says come on the pod. The interview extraordinaire. I mean, come on, bro. Crack journalist. I mean, come on, bro. My man wears many hats. Gets it done.
Always well shot as well. You gotta say that.
You're making me blush.
Bro, I mean, you've earned it, bro. You earned it. Like going to just being with Sanjay, like when we were in Kansas City, like my first press experience, bro. I was like, I'm here with the king, bro. He talking to everybody. You know what I'm saying? This was the perfect guy to get me like acquainted with everything. Sanjay be out there hustling, baby.
Guess who's Poch's favorite reporter too? By the way,
is it?
I mean, it might be arguable, but
you could tell from the press.
They got a little bit of rapport for sure.
I think out of the print journalists, I got a pretty good relationship with him. Obviously, TV people is a lot
tough
that know him, but he's cool.
Do you think it's the effort of the Spanish question?
In Espanol?
Yeah.
So after the presser yesterday, what Bell's was talking about, on Saturday, I asked him a question in Spanish after the game, and he responded in English. And he did that in St. Louis too, and I sent him right after. I sent him in Spanish, like, dude, I asked you a question in Spanish and you responded in English. You made me feel really gringo. He cracked up. And he did it again yesterday, and yesterday he was like, he did it the other day, and then yesterday he was like very apologetic. He said,
oh no, like I realized later like we were watching and I responded in English, why'd I do that? Like, so sorry. I was like, dude, I'm kidding. I'm not seeing around. We're cool, but
Sick.
sorry, yeah, you're not gonna have to edit, right?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. Just keep it a little closer.
Vince, he's always in my head about, like, when I'm doing it by myself, the interviews, I usually hold the mic too close.
Yeah.
And I get an earful from him after. So yesterday, I was very conscious of keeping it, like.
Bro, Bell's gonna be on you about that shit for sure. I can only imagine.
I mean, y'all
did a great job, man.
Yeah, yesterday turned out great.
He was great, yeah. Walker was great. Shout out Walker. Is he starting? Let me.
Yes.
I'm looking at
No,
my
but I mean,
Yes.
but Potch gave him. So his question got the
So,
longest answer.
Have you
from
seen
Potch.
you haven't seen the lineup?
No, that's why I'm over.
Okay.
Let him look at it, but let me tell
Okay,
you.
go ahead.
So he got the longest answer to a question from Podge,
Right.
with his question,
Uh-huh.
and then they had the exchange that he just explained, where
Yeah.
he was like, "Hey, why'd you answer my question in English the other day?" And I don't know, man. I felt like you guys were best buddies.
That's
I
what
felt like you guys were best buddies.
That's what Sanjay does, though, bro. It's like, bro, he be hustling, bro.
Dude, he
Like,
hustles. That's for sure.
Yeah, and everybody loves him. Everybody fucks with him. You know what I'm saying?
I'm hustling, baby.
I appreciate that. There's also, I'll get into this in detail later on. There's a bizarre amount of like connections through people I know to players on the team. I mean, like they're similar in age.
He's from New Jersey. He's from New Jersey. He's from New Jersey.
Of course.
Yeah, the Jersey
Yeah, he
thing,
got it.
that is real. Yeah.
Bro, because I was thinking about.
Bells.
I like it. I'm happy with it.
You seen the lineup?
Yeah. We can talk about it. Yeah.
How you feel about it?
All right, so.
I mean, aside from the fact we're going to score -3 goals.
I would prefer to see Tolkien over Arvston, but
Of course.
besides that, I'm fine with it. I do want to see Chris and Mark start a game together. soon.
Chris and Mark. Yeah.
Like,
Of course.
That's got to happen, but nah, I'm liking this, man. I mean, so what? So Paxton's going to be, we think Paxton's going to be deeper with Johnny, a little deeper with Johnny, and then Brendan.
Yes, I think Brendan's the 10.
Yeah.
I think Brendan's the 10.
Paxton.
Oh, sorry. So, Berhalter's starting. Okay, so Berhalter and Johnny.
Yeah. Forgot
then-
about Baralto. Yeah.
And then, so that three line is going to be Paxton, maybe Brendan 10, Quinn on the right.
Yep.
Walter's going to
I think so.
take care of Johnny today.
Quinn on the right based on what he did last match, of course, and then Pax on the left, which I could see Pax in that Luna role. I'm kind of excited about that actually. I think he can get some stuff cracking, bro. I mean, Switzerland's a different level of opponent than even Turkey. I would have loved to see our full team play Turkey, man. I think we could have gave him a Morocco style
beat down.
Yeah, I think we could have gave him a little something.
The
Get
thing
the
about-
mojo.
I mean, we almost gave him a beat down as it was. You know, it's like it's a little bit of variance.
It's like,
team
I
going
looked at
away.
the results. They tied Wales twice in like the past year. It's like, okay, so they're like, there are love. They didn't pull up trees in the fucking Euros. I looked at the actual results. It's like, bro, they didn't do anything crazy.
Yeah.
So,
What I was gonna say about Paxton, he's like deceptively fast, and I do think he'd be good cutting in off that left side. But it's funny, the other day in the presser, he said because of the way he's played this season, which you guys, you watch him a lot more than I do. He sees himself as more of an eight. And Brendan's always said that too. So Loki, it's like, are they kind of competing for his spot? Not necessarily right now, but when we get closer to World Cup,
I mean,
That's kind of funny. They are. They really are, aren't they?
they definitely are. Pax is more of, I mean,
they're not the same type of player. though.
Pax is such a monster defensively, bro. The fact that he showed that this year, I was like, bro, I think he's gonna, he might not be at Frankfurt this year. I think he's gonna make it though, man. I think he's gonna make it.
I'm with you.
Even if he's a squad player, like if he does what Tim Moya, that league on championship year or whatever, probably like 1,000 minutes or something. I think he can do that. I think we'll get. We're bringing people up. What are we doing?
Yeah.
I think. Let's see. Hey, does either of you want to jump on real quick? It'd be great. All right, come on,
Come on over.
sir, ma'am, sir. Anyway,
my boy, it's great to see you.
we just want a quick USMNT opinion.
You're gonna be at everything in the fall, yeah?
Give us a US. Give a WNT opinion.
I'll
Yeah.
be in New York. Bro.
We
I'll be in New York for sure.
okay.
Bro, like I told you, these gold
No,
competitions.
we need a national team
I don't want to go to Austin again.
Vince will be ready for that. I'm ready for it.
I feel you.
She's gonna give us a women's national.
You better go now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
All right.
Hey,
Quite great seeing you, Great work.
great work yesterday.
Women's national team. Let's do it. Oh man, Come on,
Yeah,
go
let's
ahead.
do it. Let's see. What's your women's national team
Well,
opinion?
hold on. What's your name? Where you from?
Eden. My name's Eden. I'm from Nashville.
What? I have a daughter named Eden, but hey.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
wow.
That's right. Anyway, continue. I'm sorry.
Not a lot of Edens. My women's national team opinion?
Yes, please.
Let's do it.
I don't know.
So,
Hold on. So, right, we're going through a generation change right now, right?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite player?
Naomi Girma.
Naomi Girma? Okay.
all right, let's go.
You Chelsea fan, anything like that? Does anything extras or just
I'm
how
an
Naomi
Arsenal
Girma plays for
fan,
us?
Actually. So, yeah, I was an Arsenal with Pam before she went over to Chelsea. So that was a bit unfortunate, but
Yeah. Well, you got Emily Fox, right?
yeah.
And there's another one at Arsenal.
Jenna Nighswonger,
yeah.
Jenna Nighswonger won the championship. But, I was thinking about this last window. I don't know. I feel like I didn't make it as big of a deal in my head as I should have. The fact that Emily Fox, Champions League winner, you know, she went over there. You know, they're getting a little big for their britches over there in Europe. They think they can hold a candle to us or whatever. But
It's like the first time Barcelona lost in the Champions League final for like the last 5 years.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Right?
It was pretty
But the fact that it happened and Emily Fox is on the team, boom.
So here's the real question: is Lily Johannes the best women's soccer player of all time? Yet?
I don't think you can give her that yet.
No. Okay. All right.
Yeah, not yet.
Maybe
Not yet.
some more. Yeah.
No, I know. But can she be?
Oh, can she be? Yeah. I think so.
I think Naomi can be too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's never gonna.
It's
It's not the same for a defender, you know.
Yeah,
It's not the same for a defender, but man,
she is godlike.
Yeah, it's almost like you run out of words to describe her play. Like she's just mostly faultless in like most games she plays, and it's just like that level of consistency is like.
And you
stupid.
get
It's stupid.
thinking she's not a great athlete because everything looks so easy for her.
Exactly, yeah.
But
that's what I'm saying. Like every ball she gets,
never gets beat.
She never
It's
sweats in a
incredible.
match, and it's just like at some point you're like, surely I don't know, just from any defender you expect to like notice them at least like once or like every other match at least, like even if you're like really good, but it's like Naomi just cleans everything up and it's just like no problem.
It's that big smile.
And we saw what it looked like without her, like that Brazil window. Did you watch those two Brazil matches?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they were beating us up. And
They need her.
if Naomi was there, none of that happens.
Exactly.
Well, thank you, Eden.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Excited to see you.
Yeah, me too. Let's see if we can get your dad on here. Is that your dad?
Yeah, let's get it.
What? You want to keep?
Yeah, no. Let's get Boss.
You have women about what? About the news.
Yeah, either one of you.
About the women. Oh.
You can talk about the women. You can talk about the women. You can talk about the women.
Literally only from you guys.
We can talk about the women's national team, men's
Talk about
national.
the women. Let's do that.
No, hold on, Eden. Before you go, do you listen to Soccer Podcast at all?
Do I listen to them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I listen
so-
to your podcast a little bit. Yeah.
Listen to ours?
Yeah.
Okay.
But not
What
really
about-
any others. 'Cause- yeah.
Because your mom makes you listen to
Yeah,
it.
yeah, Is this truthful? What's going on? What's going on? All right, just making sure you listen to Boots on the Ground. Of course, our women's soccer vertical. Okay,
I think that's the one she was talking about.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure I evangelize.
Thanks, Eden. Let's get your dad. Let's get your dad
on,
on
Pops.
here.
I know
And then
Pops
we'll,
got something.
and then we'll close
Pops
it.
got
And
something
then
for
we'll
us,
close it
man.
down. We got to get into the stadium. We all do.
Yeah, shoot. What time is it?
6:20.
Woo! Yeah, we do gotta go.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing, sir?
are you?
What's your name?
Ned.
Ned. Oh, yeah, we got it. Where you from? From Nashville?
No, I grew up in Vermont.
Ah.
But I'm a Vermonter originally.
Nice.
What's the Vermont motto again? It's
Vermont motto.
live
think
free or die.
New Hampshire.
Oh yeah.
Vermont
no.
doesn't have
Live free, die hard.
something goofy like that. You know?
New Hampshire is
No.
a ridiculous state.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always say that. So what, you have a USMNT opinion?
I wish they'd be better. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. I wish we had a few more of the top players here today, but you know, I understand.
Yeah,
So-
they need a break.
So you're not that upset about it? Because it's become a little bit of a lightning rod issue. We've seen Landon Donovan comment on it. Yeah. It seems to have started a whole avalanche of things.
I understand. My wife just told me to keep my curses to myself today and don't expect a huge win for the U.S. We'll see. Might see some new players, do some things, right? Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen the lineup, but took a little bit of wind out of my sail.
Who'd you want to see?
Well, I want to see Tillman and Luna as much as possible.
Understood.
I want to see John Tolkien. I don't particularly want to see the Aaronsons. They'll score like 3 goals tonight.
You got to become a Paxton guy, bro. How much do you watch of Paxton?
I hit him on Y-Scout. I'd say every 3 weeks or so.
Fair enough.
I mean, I'm not like watching him as much as you are, but I'm paying some attention.
All right, fair enough.
I like the defense. You like the way he gets stuck in, and I agree with that.
He can do the other stuff too. That's what I'm saying. He got to show it off at Vitesse, not so much at Utrecht.
Okay.
But yeah, if I had just saw the Utrecht stuff and not the Vitesse thing, I'd probably feel the same as you. But he can get it going in that 8 position on the half turn stuff. Okay. I think he has something.
All right, something to look forward to. So yeah, go ahead.
Well, I just want to ask, how did you become a soccer fan, sir?
Well, I played soccer in high school a long time ago. I think Vermont was early with high school soccer because it's a small population base, so we didn't have enough people to play football. They just threw a bag of balls out there. Nobody really knew how to coach us. We didn't have videos or the internet. Just had to kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
When I got down here to Tennessee, soccer was pretty new, but there were some men's leagues starting, so I got to play in the men's leagues. It was fun. Mm-hmm. People migrating here. It's kind of a melting pot here in Nashville, so people coming from all over. And the men's leagues kept growing. And keep going like over 50 league now. Who knows? It's going to be an over 60.
There's such a thing as over 60 leagues. That's cool.
And
another thing to look forward to.
And their leagues you're still playing in right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's fun. And these tournaments add older divisions too.
Pretty intense, right? Yeah.
Those is what you got to look forward to, man.
That's right.
No, I know. I didn't get to go, but my team went to an over 40 tournament in Asheville, and just got wiped off off the floor.
Really?
Yes. There's like some team from Orlando. Yes.
Yeah. We go to that.
Yeah.
Fun.
Nice.
Some team from Orlando was just like, I don't know. It wasn't even a contest. But
so I imagine it's like fun to play, fun to stay in shape, but also I imagine like that tournament, like the Asheville tournament, if you go, it's like a pretty fun social thing as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. We rent a house.
Yeah.
Beer City's a good name for it too. But I miss my kids. My kids are all grown up now, like in college and stuff. All the travel, running around, playing.
You miss all that? You miss that going on weekends to Birmingham and stuff?
Oh yeah, it's fun. Atlanta, wherever. Yeah.
I imagine. Me and my wife thought about this. Just, of course, we're not gonna push our kid in any particular sport.
You're looking forward to the travel sports,
man. Yeah, for sure. Like having a couple beers and going to a youth soccer game, basketball game, whatever, just like having fun. I guess I imagine the camaraderie you build with like teammates, parents, all that different type of stuff. I mean, come on, that sounds like a great time to me.
It was fun. Yeah, take a lot of your time, but it was well worth it.
At least you're actually doing something. You're outside of your house. You're with other people. You're experiencing life.
That is actually a good bar to set now. So, you think we're gonna figure it out before 2026?
Jeez. I hope so. With all the matches being here, and close to here, so I hope so.
Right.
I'm hoping the coach does well with him.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful. Always hopeful.
All right.
I think so too.
And we're thankful to have the stadium here and the MLS team here. So
for sure,
it's a great stadium.
It really is a great stadium. It's the best out of all the new soccer-specific stadiums.
Only one that's even close is Cincinnati, I think.
Cincinnati's close. I don't think Austin is necessarily close. But yeah, this one is just like, I don't know. It's just different. It's just different. It's just a little bit nicer than all the other ones, and it's the biggest one.
Yeah, 30K.
Yeah. You know, everyone's going for like either low 20s or maybe even high teens or whatever. But
Lose me with the high teens.
Nashville went big with it, and you can tell no expense was spared. All the stuff, all the details, like the in-stadium concessions are amazing. I'm not a big concession guy, but just from because I brought my daughter to when the women's national team played here, 2 years ago or whatever, and you gotta get some refreshments when your kid's there or whatever. They make you go. They won't leave you alone until you do. But
always want to eat something. We better go.
But so what do you think that says about the growth of American soccer, though? Just the fact that I imagine. So how long have you been in Nashville?
A long time, since 1986.
So could you imagine this getting here? That stadium being built in '86. I mean,
it surprised people. It didn't surprise me, but others were naysayers, and they didn't. But it's huge support coming out of the woodwork, left and right, and it's always a good.
It seems like it's just a matter of time, right, until soccer really catches the nation's attention.
Yeah, I hope we get a women's team.
Yeah.
I mean, we're really women's team. With the two daughters. We've gone to the Women's World Cup.
Is your other daughter older than Eden or younger?
A year and a half older, yeah.
Okay.
We went to France.
Really?
World Cup, and we went to New Zealand to catch some matches.
Nice.
We had a blast. We're huge women's team supporters.
Us as well.
Yeah, same here.
Guys.
Thank you, Ned.
Right.
We gotta get to the game.
Yeah,
Thanks everybody for.
Thank you, sir.
Right.
Thank you to the 4 people who watched. We'll see you.
No, we had like 50 people on there, baby.
Okay.
We had like 50 people on the live. All right. We gotta go meet Mom.
Good folks.
I gotta run in there to get some.
Can I just shake it?
Yeah, man.